Well, I hope y'all enjoy the two videos that I just posted, and that someone was able to resonate and um, untangle perhaps a situation they've been going through as well. But something that's been running through my mind a lot today. Um, has just been a lot of the feeling loss of a family, and then trying to feel that again. Like, all my thoughts and energy were in my actions and my just being present and being a leader and being an advisor and being what I needed to be in the moment, and embracing it, regardless of how I felt at times, because it's normal to feel, you know, um, those, it's just part of, this flesh suit, you feel those sadness and, um, those other things, the other, not so great feelings, and, it just gets frustrating because when I go into my reflection or meditation or and that's in the assessments, and self-assessments and situational assessments, more like after action reviews, and even the ones I don't take action in, where I'm just meant to sit there, which can be somewhat challenging for someone with ADHD, but especially when we're not too fixated on the situation, but I do pretty well with that. But I've just, one thing that kind of just really, when it comes to being a truth speaker, and then when it comes to having the double of you know quantum entanglements, and being, specializing in that, there comes these, and when it comes to manifestation and things of that sort, it's like in the beginning, it tried to deter, what I, had been manifesting to come in, which has always just been, a physical family that, we all grow together and show up for each other and self-develop and, just understand when one of us is going through a growing season, and, we don't talk crap about them. We just, we figure out ways to support them through their growing season. And, you know, when I had those experiences with my birth family, it just seemed like there was just this level of frustration I felt from them. And I remember one of them, or a couple of them, saying at a out of all of us, children that our parents had, that I was the least one that would have gone through what I've been through. But yet there was things, with their spirits and their souls that were also trying to just suck the life out of me. And it was really sad. And for someone like me, it's confusing, because I am confident in my abilities to build very strong foundations, not just physically, but spiritually and energetically, and for those foundations to, hold up. And, that's been exploited as well, and so it kind of sucks. Sometimes whenever you put all that effort and energy into really big operations, really big things, for someone else to come step in, and before that I would do that, and it was happening in front of my face, and it was like I was just there to see the others go forward. And I was always really happy for a lot of them, but there were times I would get frustrated because it was like I put in all this work, and I felt like my merits weren't recognized. And then that's when all the things happened, and my destined for greatness path started. And it's always been there, but it just gets confusing for me sometimes. Because like I've said, this flesh suit does come with a extra set of dumb stuff that just, it's extra dumb stuff. And even having mindsets of being to the world and not of the world, there's still that human experience that exists on some timeline, and that sucks. No matter how much this, that, or the other that I have experienced, there's just some things about that, and that still are there. And I've tried to tone myself down some, like my energy, just so I can not scare people away, and that gets very frustrating, because I don't feel like I get to fully be authentically me. And it really sucks being in a space where like I know that family that I put so much energy into, it's just waiting. And the signs and synchronicities come through every day, and it's like this constant, like I'm sitting here thinking, like, that they're already here, but, there's just constant, like, I'm here, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm here, I'm here, I'm coming, I'm coming, and, like, that's just constant, all day, signals that I get, and then, there's, all the numbers and all the other things that pop up, that I associate, with, my twin flame, and, that environment, and, knowing that a lot of people that are there, fully understand me, but, there's still just some level of hurt that comes with, going into a situation and building an environment and, a safe space for, in a space and a foundation energetically, and getting all the BS out of there, for someone else to come and take over it. And this time, it's more conscience, because I knew I was leaving the situation, but there's still this feeling where I still have to release that, and, that's already happened, but, obviously I'd have to go back and get, my things, but it's still just, it still sucks, and, but I've, really been trying to feel some happiness, and, yesterday, I went to my favorite little stores I go to, and to go pick out some snacks, and, I didn't know moon pies had a blue version, but they call them once in a blue moons, and, I didn't know those existed, and they're the blueberry flavored ones. I got so super excited. And really joyful, and I don't know if that was some energy I had to create to open a pathway for, my material abundance coming in, or what, but just a little box of moon pies made me happy and joyful, and but I really wanted that to be with, my twin flame, and that kind of hurt a little bit, but I still stayed happy for the box of moon pies. And then it was very genuine, and in that experience, and I got a box of popsicles, and I went to another store, and I noticed there were these cart pushers, and once upon a time I used to push carts for Walmart, and I had a box of 5 popsicles, and I don't have a freezer to put those in, but I was like, I'm gonna eat all 5 of these, and I could have, but I still had to eat my dinner. So I saw those cart pushers, and I went and walked clear across the parking lot to give them each a popsicle, and they were the good kinds of popsicles. They weren't those Otter Pops. Those are still good popsicles. But, the ones they gave me were those icy ones with the blue and the, cherry flavored, or whatever, polar bear thing on them, the icies. And, you know, I walked clear across that parking lot just to give them two guys them popsicles. And, you know, the amount of joy and happiness that I felt from them. And one of them sounded like a big kid just saying, man, these are the good ones. It made me so happy. And there was just like this decent 30 minutes out of, I don't know the last time I felt this way. Where that joy and that happiness was existing for myself, and then I was able to have an unexpected reaction with some others. And I told those two young men that, you know, it's, I was like, I get it, you know. I mean, I used to push carts as well, and I actually didn't have the machine that they had. They wouldn't have made it. And I did it through the snow. It was just the whole thing. But then but yeah, I didn't have a machine to do all that. But I get it. You know, it's still not, you know, easy to go out and just do that all day. And, you know, your hands get blistered up and it's hot. And, you know, those carts are slippery. And, you know, sometimes you can slip and eat the end of one of them carts. Like, I ain't lying. It just, you know, but it's like I did that once upon a time in my life. And so, you know, it was just, but that moment it wasn't so much empathy filled. It was just, you know, I was like, hey, I used to do that. And I just went and gave them some popsicles, and they were really, really happy. And like I said, that energy lasted for 30 minutes. And it was the best 30 minutes I've had in a very long time. It's like I wake up every morning and I just wonder what I'm gonna do for the day. Just let it flow. And then I just, you know, think about, you know, my twin flame showing up and just, you know, rescuing me from this whole situation. I've been trying really hard just to stay in a space where, and, you know, mentally, physically, you know, spiritually, just all the things, you know, to allow the universe and God to bring those things in quickly. Because I've definitely, you know, created those things for others in many ways. But yeah, it was definitely a moment last night. Just walking away, and just as I walked away, I still felt the joy of those two young men. I mean, they were adults, but those I guess those two men, felt, when they got a popsicle, and I was like, I would have reacted the same way if someone would have came and handed me a popsicle, or even a ice cold Gatorade or something when I was out doing that kind of stuff years ago. But it was just nice, and it was, a very mutually shared moment. And then I think